The call came in just after midnight. A frantic voice, barely coherent, echoed through the emergency line. The operator could hardly make out the words, but the terror in the caller's voice was unmistakable. A chilling tale unfolded. Blood, an empty cabin. A family vanished. The Williams family, known to be close-knit and loving, had disappeared without a trace. The scene was gruesome, with bloodstains painting a horrifying picture of what might have transpired. This was the unsettling beginning of the Hollow Creek disappearance, a mystery that would grip the nation and leave investigators baffled. The media quickly picked up the story, broadcasting the eerie details to a horrified public. The police cordoned off the area, but answers were elusive. It was a case that began with terror and spiraled into an abyss of unanswered questions. Detectives pored over every clue, every piece of evidence, but the more they uncovered, the deeper the mystery seemed to grow. The forest surrounding the cabin held its secrets tightly. The date was November 17th, 2019. The place, a small, sleepy town nestled in the foothills of the Appalachians, a town where everyone knew each other, and such a horrifying event was unimaginable. The tranquility of the town was shattered. The nightmare was just beginning. As the investigation continued, more unsettling details emerged. Neighbors reported seeing shadowy figures near the cabin in the days leading up to the disappearance. The forest, once a place of beauty, now seemed to harbor a sinister presence.
911, what's your emergency? The operator's voice was calm, but the tension in the air was palpable. Every second counted in situations like this.
There's blood everywhere. The cabin, they're gone. The Williams family, they're gone. The caller's voice was filled with panic and despair, painting a grim picture of the scene.
The operator's notes were barely visible. Hollow Creek. Blood. Family missing. The urgency of the situation was clear, but the answers were not. The mystery of the Williams family's disappearance would haunt Hollow Creek for years to come. The old dirt road leading to the cabin was shrouded in darkness. The moonlight barely pierced through the dense canopy of trees, casting eerie shadows that danced with the wind. Every step on the gravel path echoed in the stillness, amplifying the sense of foreboding that hung in the air. The silence of the night was broken only by the rustling leaves and the distant cry of an owl. The forest seemed alive, whispering secrets of the past to those who dared to listen. The occasional snap of a twig underfoot sent shivers down the spine, as if unseen eyes were watching from the shadows. Sheriff Davis and Deputy Miller approached the cabin cautiously. Their flashlights cut through the darkness, revealing glimpses of the old, weathered structure. The cabin stood as a silent sentinel, its windows like dark, empty eyes staring back at them. The officers exchanged uneasy glances, their breath visible in the cold night air. The front door swung open, groaning on its hinges like a mournful wail. The sound echoed through the forest, a haunting reminder of the cabin's long-abandoned state. The officers hesitated for a moment, the weight of the unknown pressing down on them before stepping inside. Inside, the air was thick with the metallic scent of blood. The dim light from their flashlights revealed dark stains on the wooden floor, a grim testament to the violence that had occurred. The oppressive atmosphere seemed to close in around them, making it hard to breathe. Furniture lay overturned, ripped apart. The once cozy cabin was now a scene of chaos, with broken chairs and shattered glass scattered across the floor. It was clear that a fierce struggle had taken place, leaving destruction in its wake. Signs of a struggle, but no bodies. The absence of any victims only added to the mystery, raising more questions than answers. What had happened here? And where were the people who had fought so desperately? Just an eerie silence and the chilling evidence of violence. The cabin at Hollow Creek held its secrets close, leaving Sheriff Davis and Deputy Miller with a sense of unease that would linger long after they left. The haunting scene would stay with them, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places. John and Mary Williams, along with their two children, 10-year-old Emily and 8-year-old Laura, were the picture of a happy family. They lived in a quaint house by the lake, where laughter echoed through the halls and love was the foundation of their home. Every morning the family would gather around the breakfast table, sharing stories and planning their day. Their bond was evident in every shared glance and every heartfelt hug. John, a carpenter with calloused hands and a warm smile, was the epitome of a loving husband and father. He spent his days crafting beautiful furniture, each piece a testament to his dedication and skill. In the evenings he would play with his children, teaching them the value of hard work and the joy of creating something with their own hands. His laughter was a constant presence, a reminder of the love he had for his family. Mary, a talented artist, filled their home with color and laughter. Her paintings adorned the walls, each one a burst of creativity and emotion. She would often spend hours in her studio, lost in her art, but always made time for her family. Her laughter was infectious, and her love for her children was evident in every brushstroke and every shared moment. Emily, a bright and curious child, loved exploring the woods surrounding their home. She had an insatiable curiosity, always eager to learn and discover new things. The woods were her playground, a place where she could let her imagination run wild. She would often come home with pockets full of treasures, each one a story waiting to be told. Little Laura, with her infectious giggle and love for fairy tales, brought joy to everyone she met. She had a vivid imagination, often getting lost in the stories she read. Her laughter was a melody that filled their home, a constant reminder of the innocence and joy of childhood. She had a way of making everyone around her smile, her joy and enthusiasm for life truly contagious. They were a family woven into the fabric of Hollow Creek, their absence leaving a gaping hole in the community. The Williams family was known and loved by everyone in the small town. Their home was a gathering place, a beacon of warmth and hospitality. The community felt their absence deeply, a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment with loved ones. Outside the cabin, the scene was equally baffling. A set of small footprints, too large for Laura but too small for Emily, led away from the back door and disappeared into the dense undergrowth. A crude carving on a nearby oak tree, depicting a spiral with a circle at its center, added another layer of mystery to the case. Was it a child's doodle or a more sinister symbol? Every clue seemed to raise more questions, drawing the investigators deeper into the enigma of the vanishing.
The unsettling events at the cabin unearthed old whispers, long dismissed as folklore. Locals spoke of Hollow Creek's dark history, of strange lights seen in the woods, and of people vanishing without a trace. Some whispered of a malevolent entity that haunted the area, preying on unsuspecting souls. Others spoke of a shadowy figure, a recluse living in the woods, his past shrouded in secrecy.
The lines between fact and fiction blurred, casting a long shadow over the investigation. Section 6. Shadows of Doubt, Theories and Suspicions. As days turned into weeks, the investigation into the Williams family's disappearance became increasingly complex.
Theories ranged from a domestic dispute gone wrong to a random act of violence by drifters passing through. Some investigators considered the possibility of a wild animal attack, while others explored the possibility of a staged abduction.
Suspicions fell on neighbors, acquaintances, even distant relatives. Yet every lead ended in a dead end, leaving investigators grappling with more questions than answers.
Section 7. The investigation stalls, a community in limbo. Months passed, seasons changed, yet the mystery of the Williams family remained unsolved. The once peaceful town of Hollow Creek was shrouded in a perpetual cloud of grief and uncertainty. Hope dwindled with each passing day, replaced by a numbing sense of despair. The case, once a national headline, slowly faded from the public eye, leaving behind a community forever scarred and a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of ordinary life. Section 8. A glimmer of hope, Laura's locket. Just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light pierced the darkness. A hiker, venturing deep into the woods surrounding Hollow Creek, stumbled upon a small silver locket, half hidden beneath a layer of fallen leaves. It was Laura's locket, the one she always wore, a tiny silver heart engraved with her name. The locket, however, held a terrifying secret. Clinging to its delicate chain, almost invisible to the naked eye, was a single drop of dried blood. Section 9. This unsolved mystery, a haunting silence. The discovery of the locket breathed new life into the investigation, but ultimately it raised more questions than it answered. Whose blood was on the locket? Was Laura still alive? What had happened to the Williams family on that fateful night? Years have passed, but the mystery of the Hollow Creek disappearance remains unsolved. The case, now cold, serves as a chilling reminder that some secrets refuse to stay buried, and some questions may never have answers.